Hey guys, this is Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. I am here today with another, we're not even gonna say what I've been warming. This is just a straight up empties video, y'all. I got through a lot of wax. Like, I used to watch empties videos and be like, man, how do they get through so much in like a week or 2 weeks or a month? And now I get it. Like, I went from just warming in my open concept to warming in my open concept and one of my bathrooms to warming in my open concept, my bathrooms, my guest bedrooms, my bedroom. So I see how it happens. But if you all are interested, then stay tuned. We got wax empties. We also got a couple of body care items. I decided to just combine everything. I will have a collective haul, not haul, self-care empties that I think will be out before this video. But after that, I just decided it was too much to try to just do self-care empties separate. So we're going to be doing it all together. So anyway, we are going to start out with the candles just because they take up the most space. And these candles, I think, are both repeats. This is the Ice Lemon Pound Cake. I warmed this in my room. The throw was pretty light, which is why I just decided to warm it in my room. It was like a nice during the day scent, kind of gave, you know, a nice fragrance to the room, but it certainly was very subtle. It was very soft. It was not strong. So I enjoyed it. I would not repurchase it because it wasn't strong. I would repurchase it in like a wax melt form. And then the next one is Pumpkin Cinnamon Bun. Y'all, I love this candle. I love the way this smells. The throw this year, like last year, the throw was really strong. This year I bought 2 of them. And it's been pretty like light to barely medium, but it smells so good. Again, if I ever see this duped in a wax melt form, I would repurchase it. Speaking of, as a sidebar, I know I've said I'm never purchasing candles again, y'all, but I haven't found my fix for peppermint sugar cookie from Bath and Body Works, and that's a candle that I know is strong because peppermint scents are always strong. And I'm thinking about maybe getting like 3 or 4 of the candles because I really love that candle, and I was so upset with myself last year that I only got 1 scent. So y'all let me know in the comments if y'all think that's a good idea or not. Anyway, next we're gonna jump into Scentsy. So the first scent, and some of these I have the scent notes for, y'all, and some of them I don't, per usual with me being so prepared. So we're going to do what we normally do, which is look them up on our phone because I'm tired. I'm not stopping to find the scent notes separately. So the first one that I finished was White Pumpkin and Driftwood. And this is Crisp White Pumpkin and Driftwood, burnished by White Cardamom and Warm Solar Amber. So this smelled nice on cold, but I'm gonna be honest, this is a scent that I wish I had just given to my husband for his man cave. It was a bit too masculine leaning for me. I don't really like masculine leaning scents like to fragrance my home. I don't like for my home to smell like a man. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just not my preferred scent. It was strong though, and it lasted all day, but I wouldn't repurchase it just because it wasn't my scent profile preference. The next one that we got, I gotta look up the scent notes for this. Let's see, Forever, and this is Forever Fall from Scentsy as well. And this scent, y'all, was an instant love for me. This scent is what kind of made me fall back in love with some of my Scentsy bars. Like, I know this one, it's kind of controversial. Like, it seems like people either love this scent or they absolutely hate it. I haven't seen anyone who's like, you know, I liked it, it was nice, it was okay. Like, it's either one or the other. So the scent notes are baked cinnamon and cinnamon stick with a dash of brown sugar. This is strong. I mean, like, this stayed in my house all day. We cooked that night and you could still smell it like over that. It was amazing. I'm getting a 6-pack of this in November when the, well, this video might come out in November, but I'm gonna get a 6-pack of this, and I'm adding this to my club, probably 2 bars to my club. That's how much I love this. It was so strong. It was so strong and good. Like, I love this scent. This is probably my favorite Scentsy bar that I've warmed like over the last few weeks. It made that much of an impression. So next we have coconut cream pie. I got this in a warehouse bundle. And this scent on cold did not smell that great to me. The scent notes are pumpkin puree, grated nutmeg, maple sugar, and a hint of coconut shavings. Y'all know sometimes how I feel about maple, and the coconut smelled a little weird. However, on warm, I thought this was really nice. My husband, however, this just goes to show you that people have different noses because I was warming it and enjoying the ambiance, and my husband was like, what is that in the warmer? And I was like, why? He was like, it smells like feet. He did not care for this. So if I could repurchase it, I wouldn't, because he didn't care for it. And honestly, it was a nice scent, but it's not something I have to have again. But glad to have knocked that out. Next, we have pumpkin marshmallow. This was also from a warehouse sale. I'm going to assume the scent notes are just pumpkin and marshmallow. This is okay. Pumpkin and marshmallow, like I needed something else, like a bread note, a dough note, some pie crust, some cake, something to kind of help make this just less just sickeningly sweet with no depth. So I didn't care for this. It was okay. Next up is porch pumpkin. Okay, I remember this one. So this one was nice. This was like a nice fall scent. Again, this came with the warehouse bundle, so it's not like I could add it to my club or repurchase it, but I did enjoy this and maybe would get like another bar if it were available. Lastly, ocean air and coconut water. Y'all, this was the scent that just kept on giving. So I knew immediately this was not something I wanted to warm throughout my house, so I made this a bathroom scent, and this thing could go. That's why it took me so long to get through this bar, because I would warm 1 cube and 1 cube would last like at least 2 days. So this was nice. I don't know if I would repurchase it. I mean, it's a nice fresh scent, but I just feel like there are probably better fresh scents that are available. So let's get into the vendor wax. First, we got a couple of samples. The first one is Sassy Girl Radiant Leaves. I really enjoyed this. She actually just recently had this in a pre-order, and I didn't get it even though I said that I want to get it. And it is on my list, but it's a nice, sweet, soft scent. It has apple, it has bourbon. It's not something that I would have thought that I would have enjoyed, but I really did enjoy it. And eventually, I do plan to get a brittle, I think that's what she calls them, a brittle of this, but there were just other scents that I was more interested in, and something couldn't make the cut, and so this is what did make the cut. Next, we have Snowfall from Harper James, and I'm going to see if I can find the notes for this, but I will say that I enjoyed this scent. Like, this definitely smelled fresh, almost. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, yeah, all right, so I did. I was gonna say it smelled kind of minty but sweet. So the notes are ice mint, frosted strawberry, whipped vanilla, and light musk. Oh, sorry. Let me tell you something. I would have never bought this based on the scent notes. Mint and strawberry and musk, it just didn't sound like my cup of tea. But this was really pretty. It did really well in my warmer. I was worried that I would not get a great scent performance because on cold, it smelled pretty light. But it really came to life in my room. I mean, I warmed it in my nighttime warmer, and it was just a nice, beautiful, minty fresh, but that strawberry really helped to balance out that mint. It was beautiful, and I would repurchase this in a brownie bag. I would. And that's why I'm grateful for samples, because it really kind of gives you a chance to figure out if this is something you really want or not. And it sometimes, a lot of times for me, it's scents that I would have never bought on my own. So next we have Southbound's Pumpkin Cookies and Milk. I warmed this one last night in my nighttime warmer. And what I can say is that I could smell it, but it was soft. And when you open the bag for this, like, the scent just knocks you in the face. So I was thinking that this was going to be like a major thrower, and it was not. It was soft. I could tell it was there, but how it smelled on cold made me think that it was going to perform much stronger on warm, and it did not. It was a very soft and subtle scent, but I could smell it. And you know, this is pumpkin spice cookies with warm sweet milk. You know, normally like pumpkin spice is really strong. It just wasn't, but I enjoyed the scent. But I wouldn't, this was a sample, so, but I wouldn't purchase this because the performance wasn't up to the level that I would want it to be. Next we have L3's The Burrow, which is fresh baked cinnamon rolls with extra brown sugar and vanilla frosting. This was okay. I liked it, but it wasn't that strong. Now, I had chopped this a couple of weeks ago, so I don't know. I'm curious to know, like, do you chop things and then wait a couple of weeks? I don't know if me like chopping it first, like maybe made some of the fragrance come out. I don't know. I've started kind of double bagging everything, so that also could help. But this was light, and this was a pretty basic scent. Like, this isn't a scent that I would repurchase. But it was cool. Next is Pecan Pumpkin Waffle from Knowles Farms. And this is butter, cinnamon, from Knowles Farm Scents. This is butter, cinnamon, apple, vanilla, and maple syrup. I love this. And I'm going to be honest. When I read the scent notes, I was like, I didn't know that apple was in pumpkin pecan waffles. I don't know if it's in, I don't think it's in the Bath & Body Works version. Don't quote me on that. But this was beautiful. I warmed this on like a crisp, one of the few fake fall days we had before it went back right on up to 80 something degrees. But this was beautiful. And then I warmed it again another day when it was cool. Oh, this was really nice. And what I liked about it, because I love pumpkin pecan waffles, but I do recognize that sometimes it can be a lot. Like, it can be sickeningly sweet. But the way Travis did this blend, it smells like pumpkin pecan waffles, but to me it takes out that note that can make it sickeningly sweet or just overpowering to some, including myself sometimes. I really enjoyed this. This would definitely be a repurchase for me. Next, I have Lavender and Speckles Very Berry Cornbread, and this is strawberry pound cake, blueberry muffins, and sweet raspberry punch blended with honey cornbread. So the scent in this was really pretty. Now, I will say when I warmed this, it was soft. And I'm not gonna say like light, like I couldn't smell it, but it was just a soft, subtle scent. So I warmed it in my open concept, and it was there, but it was just very soft. So I think what I'm going to do is give my strawberry sampler a little bit more cure time, because I know Beth's wax to be much stronger. So I'm going to give it a little bit more cure time, probably like another month or so. I think I got these in September and I warmed this in October. So maybe by December or January, I will give these another try. Next we have Rose Girls Raspberry Mama Bear Paws, and this was raspberry sauce, Dunk My Donut, birthday cake, and bear claws. I love this scent, and I'm not always a raspberry person, but this scent was so nice. It was so fruity. It was so juicy. The birthday cake and the Dunk My Donut helped to add a creaminess to it and some depth to it. I enjoyed this. I warmed this in my open concept. I've warmed it in my guest bedrooms. It performed well in all of the places. Next, we have Travis. We have Knowles Farm Scents Waste Not Chunk. So I think this is a great idea. It's like a way to give customers another sample and you have no idea what's in it. So for me, when I warmed this, I think I warmed it twice. It smelled kind of like apples and brown sugar were like the two main notes that I got, but I really enjoyed it. Like, the Waste Not Chunk was actually pretty nice. Like, to say it was just a hodgepodge of scents, I really enjoyed it and would consider getting like a mini melter of the Waste Not Chunk if it was gonna smell like that. Next we got, I got a lot of Knowles Farm scents. I think this is the last one from Knowles Farms. I probably would help if I would have grouped things together, but this mama's tired and I didn't. So next I warmed This Just Got Serious, and this is strawberry pound cake and pumpkin pecan waffles. I'm gonna be honest, I thought that this would be a weird combination because in my head I just couldn't imagine those two blended together and smelling good, but this was really nice. I really enjoyed it. This is a scent that I would repurchase in the future. Like, these two go together beautifully, and it's a nice strong duo. Love it. Next we have Boozy Pumpkin from L3. I warmed this in my warmer. I don't remember being overly impressed with it because the ones that I love, like, I normally like write a note on it if it was something that was absolutely amazing. It was cool. Blueberry Pancakes from K Scented Melts. So I don't like blueberry like that, but this performed really well. So all of the samples that I've received from Kay's, powerhouses. Her beach night sample, oof, I mean, can go and go and go and go. I will be placing an order with Kay's, I know, before the end of the year to get me some clams and a couple of scents. This was nice. I would not repurchase this scent because I just don't really love blueberry pancake scents like that. But if you do, I definitely recommend hers because it's super strong and it smells just like it. Next, we have Scoopable Wax Melts Marshmallow Man Slime. This is subtle hints of sparkling sugared fruit and a playful twist to this gooey concoction. And this was really beautiful. I got 2 warms out of this because it came with like 2 like skeleton shaped heads that were like about this big. It was really, really nice. I would get this scent again. It's fruity, but it's super fresh. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this without it making someone not want to buy it, but it almost smelled like, to me, this smelled like what I would want my house to smell like if I had like freshly cleaned everything with like a cleaning solution. Because it's fruity, but it's super fresh. Like it, in some ways it gives like that fresh, clean house smell. I hope I'm not butchering this and making y'all not want it, but it's so beautiful. You get that sparkling, that the sparkling sugared fruit. It's just a beautiful, fresh, super fresh fruity scent. If you like fresh and fruity, you should give this one a try. And it performed really well in my warmer. It was nice and strong. It permeated all throughout my room. Next up, we got Jumping on Apple Fritter Clouds from Rose Girls. This is apple fritter, vanilla crunch donuts, cotton candy frosting, cup of cake, monster cookie, and marshmallow smoothie. And you would think, I gotta be honest with y'all, you would think with all of these scent notes in here that you would be able to actually smell this. I got zero throw. Like, I mean, I warmed this in my open concept first and I was like, I can't smell it. So then the next couple of times I said, okay, well, I'll warm it in my guest room, bedrooms, because, you know, those are smaller spaces. And when I would walk into the room, you could very, 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 very lightly smell it. But if like someone were to walk in the room and didn't know I was warming anything, they'd have no idea that it was there. That's just how light it was. So that was disappointing. I wouldn't get this scent again because there was no throw and I was unimpressed. However, then we're going to talk about another Rose Girls scent that was absolutely amazing. I even wrote on here 10 out of 10, so good. And I wrote this one down on my list of repurchases. And this is Apple Cider Carbs with Girlfriends. Apple cider, pumpkin sugar donuts, cookies, bread, vanilla bean Noel, vanilla wafers, monster cookie, and marshmallow smoothie. Man, I warmed this on 2 separate days. One day I warmed it in my open concept. The next time I just said, I want my whole house to smell like this. So I warmed it in the guest bedrooms, everywhere. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like, it's strong. You get that apple cider, but you get the carbs as well. It smells like what fall should smell like to me. Like, you get the pumpkin in the background, that apple cider, all of those bread and dough notes. This is so good. And it performed, like I said, really, really well. So this will be a repurchase. So couple of hits for Rose Girls, couple of misses, you know, what can you do? And that's all of my wax empties. So now we're going to move on to everything else. First thing I got is an empty bag of these Whispers Super Jumbo Cotton Balls. These are actually my favorite cotton balls. I recently went back to the cotton ones, but I really, really like these. I will probably just stick with these. Then we got a couple of body care items. The first one is the Coconut Lime Shea Sugar Scrub from Walmart. This is like a Tree Hut dupe. This was really nice, really fresh. I really enjoyed it. It performs just as well as the Tree Hut scrubs. So if you happen to see this and maybe want to pay $1 or $2 less, I would definitely give it a try. And you like the Tree Hut formula. Next, I used up the La Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser for normal to dry skin. This is what I use to wash my daughter's face because she has dry skin. She suffers from eczema, and this has been really soft and gentle for her face. It doesn't break her out or anything, and it also helps to keep the eczema away. Last beauty item would be the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the scent Gummy Bear. I love these. I know some people say, oh, I never finished a jar. Child, I finished a couple of the jars, and it's because I use this at night, like when I'm getting ready for bed. The last thing I do, as far as my beauty skincare routine, I put some of this on my lips. In the morning, I put some of this on my lips. I love it, and the gummy bear scent is so yummy. Definitely a repurchase. Oops, sorry. Next, we got a soap from Bath & Body Works in the scent Vampire Blood. The scent notes: red berries, night blooming jasmine, and petrifying plum. This is a beautiful scent. Of course, had to use it during the Halloween season, and I enjoyed it. And lastly, we got 2 body care items. So the first one is Cinnamon Donut Swirl from Bath & Body Works. This is supposed to be sweet cinnamon, brown sugar, and fluffy dough. And I think, based on this body care and also how cinnamon sugar donuts normally smells to my nose and wax, I always get a jammy note. Like, it never just smells like dough and cinnamon sugar to me. Like this, there's a jammy note in here, almost like there could be like a raspberry jam or strawberry jam, some sort of berry jam note in it. So because of that, I did not like this. This wouldn't be a repurchase for me, but I'm glad to have used it up. I enjoyed it while it lasted. And what I paired it with was the Bare Vanilla Heat. And this was Spice Mango, Solar Coconut, and Bare Vanilla. This was nice. I'm not sure if this would be a repurchase. Like vanilla scents, like just vanilla scents, they don't really do it for me. Like I need something more gourmand than just vanilla. So like Bath & Body Works wrapped in vanilla, that's my type of vanilla scent. So I don't know if it would be a repurchase, but I did enjoy this because I used this last summer and this summer before I knocked it on out. So I did enjoy this and got many wears and many layering combos out of it. So I think that wraps up my empties. I am curious, have you warmed any of the things that I mentioned? Was there something that I did not like or didn't perform well for me that did great for you? Yeah, and I hope that you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would so appreciate if you would give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I would absolutely love if you did decide to subscribe to my channel. I will see you all in the next empties video. Also, just as the update, I will be out of town for a week, so my next empties after this one will be a little while because obviously while I'm away I will not be warming wax, just FYI. So I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.